Hello everybody and welcome to AFR F2 series here at CODA, USA, Circuit of the Americas. So everyone starting to come out of the pits now. Just get everything set up. So Lotus to be the first one out on track. So I did a few laps around here just before, both in time trial and in a practice session, and these mediums feel very sluggish around here. And they're going to take at least a lap and a bit to really come up to temperature as well. So it's going to be important for everybody to keep their front wings intact and not invalidate. They do feel a lot better on the super soft tyre, but I'm not sure about the life of any of the compounds, so we'll have to wait and see how it all unfolds. You can see Lotus there really struggling. That's just the outlap, so alright, as he comes around the second last corner, getting ready to start his lap. The DRS is open and he's on his way. Braking up the hill, hitting that apex. Lucky to not invalidate there, kept it just on the track. Down this very long straight, DRS open. It's going to have to be hard on the brakes here. Pulls it up nicely. So this will be the first lap time set. Taking a sweeping line there, trying to carry as much momentum as possible. He's invalidated. So that lap is going to be no good. I think T-Mac here will be on a lap. Or is Hammer making his debut? Ooh. He too is invalidated. Potsy sets the first lap time with a 1:47.6 and followed by T-Mac 1:49.3. 1:47, that is a quick time. Sphinx in the 1:48.2. Macau 1:48.6. CK80 with a 151.2. .0 for Ali. So combined in the third sector at the moment. .149.4. So very tight at the moment. As Nut crosses the line with 152.2. So Lotus is still on track to set a time this time around. That can be a corner that might catch some drivers out during the race. .150.3, so 10th at the moment. And it looks like Hammer has invalidated again. Oh, in two minds. Oh, I think he's just invalidated his next run there. So, yeah, track stays red. That time is not going to count. That's unfortunate. Potsy, can he improve? No. Oh, everyone not sure what to do. Gonna be careful not to get disqualified there in the pit entry. But he gets away with it. So, Apollo going straight to the Super Softs. It's 148.2 at the moment. And you don't have to start on the tyre that you use in qualifying, like in Formula 1. So everyone that's gone out on the mediums will end up doing a lap, or should end up doing a lap on the Super Softs. He's pulled out of this lap. I'm not sure. Whee! What's going on there? Teammate getting out of the way. So yeah, most of the guys have done their laps now. What's CK gonna do here? You can see, yeah. I don't know why they all seem to be torn whether they should pit or not. So, Potsy out on the Super Softs. I think he's going to be setting a pretty good time. I don't know if that's him mucking around with that gearbox, but let's not sit with that while that's happening. Lotus coming out on the Super Softs now. Still waiting for a few of the people to come out of the pits. Most of the drivers just taking a moment before they go out. Let's go back up with Potsy and see how he's travelling. So I might be joined by Red Panda, who's been commentating the Tier 1 series that we run on Sunday nights, and he also races in the Tier 2 series, doing quite well. So he might be joining me later on in the commentary box as Potsy comes around the final corner to start his flying lap. DRS Open. So up the hill, hard on the brakes, trying to slow that car up to maximise that apex, and he does very nicely. Let's go on board, shall we? Keeping it nice through the fast chicane. The fast chicane, as Fernando Alonso would say. So he's purple in the first sector. Running out wide onto the bumps there. Hitting that apex nicely. Nice on the throttle. Rear wing open. He's really got his eye in on this track at the moment. Purple in the second sector, a second up on his time. He did set a very quick time in time trial. I think he was near the top 10, I believe. So where is this going to sit him? How much of a gap is he going to have? So 1:45.9. Wow, that is a very quick time. Jump on board with Sphinx now, who's on a lap as we speak. What's the split going to be? 1.1 up on his time. Not sure if that was purple second sector or not, but still, he could be on track for taking pole for the time being. He's done it by the smallest of margins, 1:45.932. So very close there. Potsy getting out of the way. So maybe he's trying to cool his tyres down for a final run. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at T-Mac, see how he's going. Not too bad through there. So Sphinx getting out of the way there. He's as well not really pushing, so maybe the tyres are getting very hot towards the end of the lap. So he's only 2 tenths up at the moment. Currently 147.3. This is his second lap on these tyres. And Potsy says that'll do. So second for him at the moment. Ooh, his T-Mac runs wide, but the lap's still going to count. It does improve. 146.9. Jacob getting out of the way there. Cow has invalidated that lap. So Apollo on the medium tyre. Not too sure what he's trying to achieve. Let's just see how he goes through his split through sector 1. You can see really waiting a long time for those fronts to really start turning the car. I missed that second time. I was just looking at the understeer through there on those tyres. He might jump down with Ali, who's in the final sector at the moment. Fifth with a 147.6. We'll drop down. How CK80. Missing the apex there. Shifting very early, so I don't think he's trying to put in a lap. Combined YouTuber. So he's obviously invalidated somewhere, but he will be setting another lap. So Sphinx retires from the session, so he thinks he's done enough or can't improve anymore. Starting his lap now. He's going to want to make this one count because you don't want to take too much life out of these tyres. The more laps you do, the slower they're going to be. Looks like he's going to be coming into some traffic. T-Mac staying well out of the way. So not a bad lap so far. There's still more traffic ahead. And Jacob Meister retires on a 147.2. I think that was Cow. Ali retiring, so yes, driver's starting to finish up now. All combined, doing well to save that. Where is this going to put him? 147.6. That's good enough for 7th for the time being. There's Macau. That's pipped him, so Hammer retiring. Oh, Nut running wide. think he's done. Oh, Lotus. Wahid right on the edges of track limits. Oh no. Yeah, no, sorry, my mistake. Did ping him. So that's him done. Lotus, yeah. So I think that will conclude our qualifying. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, depending on which platform you're watching, because we now stream to Mixer, YouTube and Twitch. So hello to all of you out there. Hope you're enjoying everything you're seeing at the moment. So let's see what Lotus is going to do. Will he have enough fuel for another lap? It's going to make for an interesting race. Pretty tight, especially in that midfield. I suspect the first top 4 maybe might pull away. Maybe. But Lotus is going again. I'm not too sure what's going on at the moment, to be honest. Well, he seems to still be pushing, so it could be just a glitch on our end. Oh. It's hard to tell if that would have impeded this lap or not, but he's still going for it, so it's looking like a pretty good lap. So he's a 10th up. He's run wide. Oh, he's got a load of oversteer. But he's continuing on. CK80 retires from the session. Oh, this is the corner I was talking about. Yeah, you can really see running wide there. Oh, the oversteer into the corner. It's all falling apart at the end. And yeah, nah. That's all she wrote. Don't get disqualified now. Amazingly, no damage to the wheel. I don't know how that's possible. Anyway, Sphinx on pole with a 1:45.9. Just missing out Potsy with a 1:45.975. So half a tenth off. Then Macau in third, 1:46.4. Then we have T-Mac, Jacob, Ali combined. YouTuber, Apollo Pepsi, Nut, Lotus, CK80, Wahid, and Hammer. So Hammer, fair way off the pace. Maybe invalidated a couple of his hot laps. So we'll see how that's all going to pan out. We also have Impulse going to be joining us. So he'll be starting at the back. But as this series runs a fixed setup, so no changes can be made, there's going to be no real penalty, just other than starting at the back. You can adjust your brake bias on the fly. So it looks like reasonably clear skies at the moment. I'm not sure of any weather forecasts. So we'll leave that there. Okay. So yes, so Impulse electing to start on the mediums. Everyone else going for the super softs. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, good sir? That is good. We do have an F2 race. Yes, that is correct. So they're currently on their formation lap. Welcome everybody. This is Kunai, Tier 1 commentator. Does most of our, or pretty much all of our graphics that you see pre and post stream and all the standings. So welcome. Don't. I am looking forward to it. I mean, after this sprint race, I'm pretty sure that's what I'll be doing after this. Yeah. I'm kind of torn about watching episode 1, to be honest. I mean, Danny Rick.
Trust me, and for those of you out there who are thinking of watching it as well, right? This is going to be spoiler free. So I think I just finished the 3rd episode actually before I came up here.
Yeah.
If you are an F1 fan, okay, you will appreciate how much detail Netflix has gone to look into to expand, F1. So it's not something
Alright, 5 red lights. And we are racing. So, Apollo and Combined got in an incident on the formation lap, but they seem to get away well with those colder tyres. I think they are losing a couple of positions, but clean away at the front as Potsy's jumped into the lead. Sphinx losing out.
Aren't as sticky to the track as their F1 counterparts, so these guys really do have to watch out. You can see looks like Jacob has just moved to the side there.
Yeah, well, they're all kind of keeping it relatively clean at the moment. Impulse has already gotten past Hammer on the mediums.
Right, so give me a little bit of a catch up. Who's performing the strongest?
Well, Potsy and Sphinx and Macau are all right up there. And then the rest is all just neck and neck.
So I see Impulse is starting on the medium.
Well, he missed qualifying, so he started right at the back. So he's probably opted to try and get some form of, undercut and gain as many positions as he can at the start. Yeah, I've got that as well. I'm not too sure. Hopefully that'll fix when he crosses the finish line. Oh, they're so close all over the place. Yeah. Everyone within that 1 second, Macau just dropping out of it at the moment, but still all so close. Also saying Nuts 25 seconds behind. Possibly. Hopefully. He was a bit off the pace in qualifying, so I think he's fairly new to the game, so he's just kind of getting a feel for it, and so this is his debut tonight, so you know. Yeah. Oh no, not. Oh. I've just jumped back up to the top to try and keep an eye on this gap at the front. See if Sphinx can stay within touch of Potsy. DRS is activated this lap and he's just fallen with that outside that 1 second, so he's not going to get anything here.
Dropping down to 6th and 7th, both Jacob and Apollo are going to have DRS as they move through turn 11. So now Ali is going to have a bit of a
they come very close.
It's a look up there for Ali. Jacob's going to hold it up on the outside, but he will win the position to 5th now for him. Good job.
And Ali still under threat from Apollo. Oh, it's Apollo's lost it. He's into the wall. But did he get damage? I mean, I saw someone in qualifying hit the wall and they hit it front on as well, but no front wing damage, so I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if there's been an issue with damage. Oh yeah. So Macau up behind Sphinx at the moment, half a second back. I think so. And it is on strict corner cutting as well, so they will be getting, as we speak of it, Wahid 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah. So Wahid pinning onto the mediums. Macau still in touch with Sphinx. Ali's right behind Jacob at the moment, trying to take that place back. Oh, he's right. Yeah, he's right up behind him. Oh, as Ali goes a bit deep, this is opening the door again for Jacob, who's got the outside line. Oh, they keep it clean. Oh, as Ali spins! He keeps a hold of it, but he loses those two places. Oh, he was almost 90 degrees. He did very well to save that. Whew. It may be just a glitched. Oh no!
His pit team was already. That is devastating. He's all the way down to 12.
Double stacking in F2 is a lot more painful than in F1 because there's less people allowed to work on the car and assist during the pits. Yeah. Oh, and he's only just come out. Oh, he is miles back. Oh, he will be spitting chips.
We don't keep track. There is no team championship.
Oh, sorry. Hang on, sorry. You were coming through really quiet. I've just no. It was my end. Sorry. Is that better?
Right? Is Jake? Do we keep track of constructors championship in F2?
No, we don't, because it's a bit more of like a casual thing because
that's okay.
It's Friday nights and people like to go out and whatnot, so it's mainly just the drivers' championship.
No, fair enough. That's just one of those things where obviously in F1 you'd have communication between the two drivers to make sure that you don't double stack. In this case, that's hurt Jacob a lot. He was up, in the top end of the grid, and now he's 13th out of no fault of his own. And the pit times are, I think they're 2.5 seconds on F1, and they're about 8 seconds in F2. So that's so much time. Oh. As we've got a Sector 3 yellow flag, that's T-Mac off the track there.
He's on those cold medium tyres.
Okay, so 4 drivers have pit in this one as well. So combines come in, Apollo, Nut, and CK80.
So you can see the gap starting to emerge now. And combines come out in 5th place. In front of Ali. And Ali gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I'm pretty sure that Ali was in front. I'm not sure. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I mean, and Wahid are now up into 7th. So Apollo down in 12th.
Yeah, so Apollo CK80 pulled into the pits, and so did Combined and Nut. So how did Combined get out in front and the rest of them roll down the back?
I don't know. I mean, there could have been traffic, or maybe the overcut is a thing here.
That is a hectic jump, though. Anyway, it's working for him, so hopefully he can carry it on to the end. So, lap 7 of 16, Impulse is in the lead. Sphinx just picked up a 3-second time penalty at the back. They are flying here at Kernam. Gonna have to watch out for those time penalties. The Lotus seems to be the closest car on track at the moment, 0.6 behind Wahid. Potsy's getting closer and closer to Impulse as well, so there's probably going to be a move made. Impulse will also have to pit at least once. So Mikau sets the fastest lap there, 149.8. Oh god, Potsy might do it in the S's.
Oh, he's right up behind him.
And you can see here the downshifts, the lifting off. You can't really punch it all the way through those because you can't just get the G-forces in the car, just want to throw it completely one direction. So Impulse is definitely going to have wear on those tyres as well. Potsy doesn't really have to worry about it. So Impulse has to try and keep that track position. It's probably not going to happen. You can see Potsy making a move right now. Oh, she's almost all 4 tyres off the track there. He'll look to go up on the inside. Hard on the brakes. Will Impulse be able to keep that position? I don't think so. Either way, Potsy will have the DRS detection though. And he's in front too. That's going to hurt. But the DRS isn't activated.
Oh no. Don't tell me he's got a DRS failure.
If Potsy has a DRS failure and Impulse takes this position back, that is going to be absolutely hilarious. Hard on the brakes here, moving into turn 12. And it doesn't look like Impulse can make the position work.
Potsy's just got the fresher tyres, but this has allowed Sphinx to close that gap up somewhat.
Also, Jacob at the back there making a move on Lotus.
As quickly as possible.
He looks to go up on the inside, hard on the brakes there. There's a lock up there from Lotus.
There was a little bit of a contact, but it was nothing severe. Just a brush.
Lotus is having some issue with those tyres.
Oh,
yeah, he's having massive issues with those tyres. He's had lock-ups in the previous 3 corners. It forced him off the track. He just picked up a time penalty for his trouble.
Well, I did some, as I mentioned earlier, that I did some practice, and these mediums really don't have any grip at all. And the super softs feel great, so yeah, the coming from those onto the mediums, it's night and day. So I guess just trying to adjust to that.
You can see the speed Jacob's making up right now. He's closing the gap hard. Lotus is having real issues with the rear of the tyres. They are locking up almost on every single corner he takes. But having said that, he is still catching Wahid at a decent rate. You can see he's closing the gap in the S's. He went from 5/10 to 2. Wahid's having some troubles of his own.
Wahid has been struggling a little bit. Oh, that's a big cut there from Lotus. That's definitely going to be a warning.
So you can see now Lotus will try and make the move here into turn 11. And Jacob will be watching like a hawk because he'll be able to capitalise on both. Lotus goes past Wahid. Jacob's going to do the same. They're both going to have DRS. You can see the wing open. Wahid's left in the dust. Even with DRS, Wahid's still side by side with Jacob. What's going on there?
They get past in the end as Jacob goes deep.
Oh, he's going to do another. That's brave. And that's allowed Wahid to get past. So Jacob may be unsettled by the extra speed as DRS wasn't taking that into account. The mediums couldn't hold up, and he's just gone way deep. Ricardo Abaku, anyone? The only reason I brought that up is because it's fresh in my mind now. Thanks, Netflix. You're a champ.
So Mikau's gotten past Impulse. as well, getting very close to the back of CK. Or we might have a look up into turn 1, I reckon. Oh, which way is he going to go? He goes for the inside line. Side by side. T-Mac goes much later on the brakes. But CK, look at that drive out of that turn 1.
See, turn 1 at Coda is one of those really weird turns because basically as you come up the hill, right, gravity is helping you brake. So you're getting a little bit of assistance there. But if you take the inside line, if you want to overtake on the inside line, what ends up happening is the turn that you have to make is a lot tighter than the turn that you would make on the outside. So if you don't have the pace coming out of the turn, people switch back so easily there. So it's one of those things where sometimes strategically it's better to give up that position because what's going to happen is the person behind you is going to have DRS, added speed up the hill, go to hit the brakes, the tyres won't respond, they go a little bit deeper into the corner, you take it as normal, take that in, just cut on the inside of the apex, go straight down, and just like CK's shown, he's on the side. But now we're on the straight out of turn 11 and T-Mac's just going to take it because of DRS, or maybe not. Hold on.
This is some really good defensive driving here from CK, doing his best to try and hold that place, but he's still not giving up. He's still looking to try and get that better exit out of the corner, which he does seem to be doing.
He's holding the speed very, very well, so they've got similar tyre wear. Obviously, T-Mac pitting earlier than CK80 did, but CK80 is sticking all over the back of that car, and you can see T-Mac's even coming a little bit unsettled just in that second to last corner. A little bit sideways.
The Impulse is pitted, but Wahid making a move on Lotus. Side by side into turn 1. And Jacob there, ready to pounce.
So these three, what a train happening right now. So we're on lap 11 of 16. Wahid's made the position back to 6th. Lotus not wanting to give that up, and Jacob's just waiting there in the shadows for one of these guys to make a mistake, or both for that matter. The last lap, you could see Jacob trying to jump on both of them, didn't quite get it, ended up giving the position back to Wahid. We'll see if that will change now. All he has to do is have a smarter line coming into here, so Wahid goes in front. Lotus gets sideways just a little bit. That's going to allow Jacob now.
Jacob.
And here's the crazy thing. They're both going to have DRS enabled, so now it's going to be a drag race for them. Wahid is far enough that he doesn't really have to worry, but it's now between Lotus and Jacob. They're side by side. Contact is almost imminent, but they give each other room, and Wahid slowing them down into that corner.
They're keeping it clean.
Well done, guys. Lotus keeping that 7th place. Combined makes a move on Ali.
Combined's really making some headway on these mediums. Up in 4th.
Yeah, he seems to have gotten the handling down.
Macau right on the back of Sphinx as well. Let's jump up there. I mean, normally in the feature race we have gaps everywhere, but at the moment we've got battles going on all throughout.
No, this is really, really good. And I mean, let's face it, Coda is one of those tracks that does deliver some really, really good racing. Whatever the discipline, I still remember last season's 100% race. That was one of the best that we've had. One of the best races. People started getting fatigue. It was crazy. The quality of racing that we see. As Mikau comes in at turn 11 now, hard on those brakes. So he's going to be in DRS range. Sphinx is going to have to watch out. They both have the same amount of tyre wear too, so they're on pretty equal performance now as they come into the last stretch of this race. 4 laps to go. Let's see. Mikau looking to make a move. He'll have to go on the inside. Sphinx trying to hold that outside line. The brakes are going to go into it. Let's see how hard it stops. Nah, he does it smooth. Great job, Mikau.
So can he catch Potsy now? 2.5 seconds.
That's a bit of an ask, but depends.
4 laps to go.
Oh, have a look at Lotus. What a massive swerve there to avoid Wahid.
Oh,
And locks up the brakes.
I think there was a bit of contact there.
Alright, so Lotus is now 6th. Oh, they're sideways! Wow, he catches the back of that car. So incredibly lucky.
Mikau
Mikau
sets
is-
the fastest lap, 149.5.
Mikau is out there. He is trying to punch down that time as quick as possible. 2 seconds is definitely possible.
He
in
just took out
4
half a second.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. So Potty better watch out. And if Mikau can claw this back, I'll tell you what a drive. So Jacob Meister hits the DRS here. Wahid's probably going to get it taken, but again, it is turn 1. But Wahid decides to keep the inside line. I don't think that's a smart choice. But he shut the door. But is Jacob going to get the inside line moving into the S's? And he does. Makes the position change. Good job there.
Ali right behind combined at the moment.
So coming into that back straight, Ali's going to have all of the advantage. He's so close. He might even get it done before the DRS range. Oh, have a look at this. The wing comes down, and combined has no choice. He moves over, and he's just going to allow Ali to go all the way. So the only real thing that can happen here is if Ali doesn't get the brake zone correct. But no. Oh, bit of a lock-up. Might have spoke too soon. Nope, Ali keeps it. So 4th for him. Oh, and you can see Hammer there. So we're coming up to back markers.
Just dropping back down to T-Mac, who's caught up to the back of Wahid. And Jacob as well. Wow, so Wahid's fallen
T-Mac.
off. T-Mac right up behind Wahid. But Wahid is going to have DRS down this main straight.
Alright, so
but T-Mac's so close, right on his gearbox. He's going to be going for the outside line, the longer way around. But as we've seen multiple times, oh, he's trying to get the undercut. But that has not paid off. Oh, has it?
This is dangerous. Side by side in the S is not where you want to be yet. T-Mac does the right move.
Yes.
Definitely the right move there. Now, T-Mac does have a bunch of penalties, so that's obviously going to affect him quite hard. I'm not sure what CK80, because I think he's got 6 seconds. So right now, CK80 is in 9th place contention. Impulse took the fastest lap just before. Ooh, someone's off the track there. Ooh, no way.
That was very close indeed.
Oh, no way.
I don't think there's any damage.
Oh, Wahid. No. Okay, so that might be something you have to look into, Band.
Yeah.
So Hammer obviously oh, no, he's got... Is there damage? It doesn't look like it. Obviously debris on the tyres. Now, obviously that was a dangerous rejoin to track, and that Wahid did his best to avoid it.
I think
that has cost him.
On the rear, like side, on the side, I'm not sure.
Oh man, that was such a good fight. He's all the way down to 10th now, with 2 laps to go in this race.
And Impulse right behind him on super soft, and he's cooked those rears. Oh yeah, he's had it. It's
no.
So unfortunate there for Wahid.
DNF on lap 15, man. That's gonna suck. Oh, that's gotta suck.
Yeah. Well, up with combined now. Still sitting behind Ali. They've still been kind of battling for a while now. We also have that gap with Lotus and Jacob, so trying to keep an eye on both of them.
So Jacob moved a lot faster through that S sector, or S section, than Lotus did. See Lotus trying to swerve to break that toe. Jacob's not letting him go anywhere. Oh, dude, serious weaving. And it looks like Lotus might just be able to shut Jacob out. Jacob's going to look to go up on the outside. Lotus closes the door yet again. Great defensive driving there. Got a Sector 2 yellow flag. Ooh, Lotus takes a very close line through that triple section. See if that pays off. Moving into that last turn now onto the main straight. So lap 16, this is the final lap. Potsy is well ahead. Mikau is 1.6 seconds behind. Don't think he'll be able to make that. Ooh, have a look. Jacob tries to look for that short line inside, but Lotus has held it well.
Well, it's going to go down to the wire.
And T-Mac picks up yet another 3-second time penalty. T-Mac might drop down to 10th position.
He might do.
So
this might put CK on pole for the sprint.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, because it spins the first eight. Yeah. So 1.2 seconds now the gap between Mikau and Potsy. He's not letting him out of his sight, but I don't really like his chances. Potsy would have to make quite a massive mistake to lose this race. They're coming through the triple bend now. It seems pretty confident. Now all he's got to do is the penultimate corner. And it looks like Potsy is definitely going to take this to the checkered flag. There it is, up on that straight, crosses the line. Great job there. Mikau in second, and Sphinx will come past in third. Now, if we look to the middle of the grid, it looks... Oh, Lotus losing the back a little bit. This might be the chance that Jacob needs. Let's have a look. Can he hold the speed better than his rival? Doesn't look like it. He's only got two corners to do it. No, Lotus is going to keep that. T-Max also close behind, but with the amount of penalties, it really doesn't matter. They're going to cross the line there. Let's have a look. What is T-Mac's final position? Lotus dropped down one. T-Mac went up. Wow. How many penalties did Lotus have?
And CK as well.
Yeah, damn Lotus. Damn. That's a ton of penalties, man. Right, okay. Well, so CK80 starts pole for the sprint. Well, geez, that feature had a bit of everything.
It certainly did.
Alright, so great job by Potsy there. Takes the win. Nico was awfully close though. He was really reeling him in. If he had a couple more laps, he'd have done it.
But great racing throughout the grid.
Most definitely. Alright, so Lotus had 14 seconds of penalties.
Wow.
That's
well,
heavy.
he also had the unserved 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah.
Potsy taking the race win there, followed by Mikau and Sphinx rounding out the podiums. Then we have combined Ali, Jacob, T-Mac, CK80, Lotus, Impulse getting up into 10th.
How many points is 10th worth?
10th is worth 3. And then we have Nut and Apollo.
10th is worth 3 points. That can't be right.
What? Wow.
10th is worth 1, right? Because isn't it the same point scoring system as F1?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I was looking at a weird screen.
I have a serious question about that because it just said that Impulse had 3 points. So he finished 10th. That's 1.
Did he get
had fastest lap? That's 2. So where's the other one come from? Or is fastest lap worth 2 in F2?
Oh yeah, no, it's worth 2. It's worth.
Oh, it is worth 2. Oh, well, there we go.
There we go. Quick maths.
Yeah.
But 2 plus 2 is 4.
-1, that's 3. Quick maths.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. I would love to have sat in that boardroom where someone goes, see this guy? He's going to be the next rap star. And there was someone that went, yeah, I'll give him money. No worries.
So it looks like we have Revo joining us for the sprint race.
Of course. Revo, of course. So if he'll start at the back of the grid, we've got a formation lap. He starts at the back of the grid on the formation lap. He's already 5 positions in. Oh, man. All right, so obviously with the sprint race, there are no mandatory pit stops. So one can take the medium tyres all the way to the end, which means more people get more aggressive trying to make those positions count.
Plus, you have the top 8 reversed, so Potsy,
That's right.
the race winner, starting in 8th place. So they're all going to have to try and scramble their way past the guys in front.
And that gets a bit crazy because,
what's going on back?
It looks like 2 drivers are stuck. That is Nut and Hammer. Apollo is on the grid.
We have another one on the grid?
No, it looks like just Apollo.
Just Apollo?
Yeah. So I don't know what happened there, but there was a yellow flag that came up.
I saw a little pile-up thing, but...
So that means Apollo's going to start on pretty cold tyres. It's not going to be good.
That is not going to be... And on the mediums as well. So you can't even try and compensate. It's going to be interesting.
See, so CK80 is going to have so much pressure barreling down on him.
Oh yeah.
Moving through the race because you're going to have at least Potsy, Mikau, and Sphinx trying to make their way through this grid. And I mean, not only do you have to keep your eyes in front of you so you know where you're going, but you got to keep your eyes in your rearview mirror. Unless you decide that it's not worth your fight, you let them pass. But
so just waiting for Nut and Hammer to get into position.
All right, I want to make a wager with you. How many positions by the end of Sector 1 will Revo have jumped?
3.
3. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna say 4. Shit, he's already done 2. He's already done 3. not even turn 1. He's gone from 15th to 9th. We are both wrong.
Yeah.
He's not even in the S yet. He's in 8th position. Oh my. Okay, no worries.
Mikau and Jacob side by side at the moment. While Revo trying to get in on that action as well.
So that was Sector 1, and he's in 7th. So we were on the very low side of that estimate. That's very low. All right. Oh, hold on a minute. There is some massive changes happening here.
Impulse has lost it, or there might have been contact. I'm not sure.
Well, he spun around on the track. Just waiting for him to rejoin now.
Is there any damage?
So I'm trying to see. This camera is held up there. I can't see. Yeah, there is. Yes, he is missing an end plate and a bit of wing. So there has been some contact.
Oh, as Revo side by side with CK, who's down into 6th place at the moment, not wanting to give up any more positions on this opening lap.
What a move. I don't know if you caught that, but
Yeah,
Revo,
I saw that.
take that straight.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
it work, man.
That is a favourite move of mine. I love it when people leave that door open. You just send the car in there.
So we're witnessing a bit of a centre at Silverstone moment. It's not raining, but Revo has come from the back of the grid to 6th position on the first lap.
He has.
And I know you would hate me for comparing him to Senna, but deal with it. Revo obviously being a Prost fan. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm on the Prost side as well. So
I have to be on the Senna side because he's Brazilian or Portuguese. It's a race thing. It's a race thing? It's not a race. Technically it's a race thing, Formula One. No, it's a nationality thing.
Yeah.
But I respect both, obviously brilliant drivers. The Professor. That's a little bit of why, because he did that. You know what I mean? Like, for example, right? And I'm sure I'm going to get hit so hard in the chat, but I don't give a shit. So, let's take, for example, one of the more iconic races, which was, what was it? What year was it? I think it was 1984, and it was Senna's debut at Monaco, and he was driving the Tolman, sorry. And it was raining like crazy, and Senna managed to put that Tolman behind Prost, and Prost decided to complain and wave his arms about being like, the race is too wet, you need to end it. And I do not believe that he thought that. I think that he was like, if I can get this called off, because I don't think he could keep the pace.
Probably not, maybe not.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where I look at that and I go, you bitched it. But no, look, it wins. And at the end of the day, you want points, and that's how you win championships. And so, but there isn't really a lot of that happening. It's not like that anymore. No. In modern day. You have your personalities. The personalities don't go well. Like, obviously you got Daniel Ricciardo, who's arguably the clown, but he's also got talent behind him. Maybe not the car. Hopefully that changes. The Renault wasn't bad in testing, but we'll see if it improves. Obviously, testing doesn't really mean anything anymore because it can be, swayed up and down like crazy. You don't know how much fuel they were carrying. You don't know.
Well, we've seen how many Mercedes engines have gone.
Yeah,
top.
That's true. That is true. So, once we hit the grid in Melbourne in March, we'll get a better overview of all of the teams. But
there's some action going on at the back there with Combined and CK.
Apollo and Nut looking pretty close as well. So Combined is sideways a little bit. He loses a bit of speed, so Nut's going to try and make up the difference.
Revo on the charge here. Can he get 2 on the straight? It looks like he will. He dives down the inside. Big lock-up.
Massive lock-up.
He runs very deep. Can he let them both back pass? He's let one through. Oh, he's pushing the limits here. He's really all or nothing at the moment. He's going to be forced to the wider line.
Oh, him and Mikko are so close together now.
Oh.
They're still technically side by side. Have a look at that. Front right, rear left.
Oh,
God. And Revo wins out. Stays 5th.
They all go wide.
Mikko gets hit.
Wowee. So Revo finally make it. He was stuck in that 6th position for some time. So he's trying to get momentum happening again as he goes up the inside. Now Varley.
And he'll take 4th seat. Now that is how you do. So you keep it nice and smooth so you can carry your speed through. And Revo's definitely the person to showcase that, as he's done so. So now 4th as he moves through the S's. God, he takes it quick through there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sphinx has jumped into the lead, just taken that from T-Mac. Potsy not far behind.
So now there's going to be a fight between Ali and Mikau as they come into this back straight.
T-Max in touching distance of Sphinx at the moment. And you can see Revo in the background there. 3.6 seconds he's going to have to make up. T-Mac having a bit of a look. Oh, big lock up.
Yeah,
He gets onto that curbing and that unsettles the car. That's allowed Potsy to just make that move nice and easy.
And it also means T-Mac will pick up a 5-second penalty for exceeding the track limits. So that's unfortunate, but he obviously went way too far into the corner. So Revo's now moved up into 4th. 2.9 seconds behind. Miko's looking to make a move. He might even do it. Look how speed he carries through that triple section. Hard on the brakes now. So he'll definitely have DRS advantage. Ooh, Ali just a little bit on the oversteery side. So he'll have DRS on this main straight plot. He's setting a fastest lap, 149.5. So is Miko going to be able to make this move? Oh, he goes for it.
Oh, he sends it.
He gets it done.
But Ali is right there.
How close can he stick? Dirty air must be terrible through this section.
Oh, yeah. I can only imagine on these starting to be warm mediums. We have a bit of a battle going down the back here with Lotus Combined and Apollo.
So there's a 4-car train, Nut leading them in 9th, Apollo 0.3 behind, Combined 0.6, Lotus 0.5, but he did just go off the track there, so that's going to bump up again. He might have just lost DRS contention coming into the detection zone, and I think he did.
Oh, bit of a train wreck there, but got away with it.
Yeah, so Lotus will not have DRS. So Combined and Apollo do. They're going to leave him behind. Nut's in trouble now. We'll see if he can defend his position. He moves over to the left, stays in the middle of the track. Apollo's going to keep that, and Combined might look for something too. No, he's a bit too far. He'll take the safer option. Nut and Apollo are inches away from each other. Nut gets forced off just a little bit. That's going to allow Apollo through, but Nut does have the inside line. So they are still side by side. As they make their way through, Apollo does keep the position though. 9th for him. Nut drops back 1, and now it's up to Combined to try and stay behind them. Close behind, I should say. Ooh, I think Combined's getting a little bit of lag. You can see him just glitching a little bit there.
Yeah, I can see him jumping around a little bit.
Okay, so Nut now has DRS on Apollo, but I don't think he'll make a move. A bit too far back.
Oh, there's contact!
No.
There's contact.
Oh,
Nuts hit the back of Apollo. That's very unfortunate. Oh, this is almost 4 wide.
That's hilarious. Combined takes the opportunity. So does Lotus. Lotus jumps up 2 positions because of that. Oh, but Jacob Meister and Lotus both pick up 3-second time penalties through the S's. Oh, man. On Apollo Pepsi just picked up 1 again.
Nut just a little bit. Gave it a little bit too much. Oh, as we got a car going wide. That's Apollo.
Apollo. That is heavy.
Yeah, he
Lucky
keeps
for
it
the
out.
runoff. Pretty
Much out of the wall, but that's him out of this little battle on lap 6 of 11.
He is
Unless
lucky
we get a
to
safety car.
He's lucky to have kept that off the wall. Apollo Pepsi retires. He's done. So he's going to pull off to the side of the track there and retire. F2 does that a lot quicker than F1 does, that's for sure. Alright, so that is his race done. Here's another weird thing. Wahid... Oh, he left the session.
Yeah, after the race.
Right. Yeah, that's why he's... Okay, that's why he's there. Because I'm like, 5 laps behind. What's going on? Oh, Hammer's got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Alright, so... On lap 7 of 11. Only got 3 laps to go. Lotus and Nut, the closest cars on... Actually, sorry, Potsy. is trying to chase down Sphinx here. 0.7. So Sphinx better watch out because Potsy's definitely got the pace to keep up. T-Mac is 2.4 seconds behind and Revo's 2.5. I don't think Revo's going to be able to make up that time. He could fight for third.
He's kind of been floating around that 3 second, 2.5 for a while now, so it's combined gets a 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings.
Oh, bit of drift action there from Potsy. That's going to hurt him. So he will have DRS, but the gap is 0.9. There is no way he's catching the end of that straight. And that might have just given Sphinx a little bit of breathing room. All Sphinx has to do is make this corner. Yeah, he does that well. Okay, so Potsy's now back to the 0.8, 0.7. Revo's still floating at around the 2.5 mark.
So some gaps. The field is starting to spread out a little bit now. We've still got a couple of people just within touch. Lotus trying to not let Combine get away, but Potsy at the moment. DRS open.
So we just finished that lap and Revo has brought it down to 1.6. Potsy's also closer. But now it looks like Sphinx is starting to make it up to the back markers. So Impulse there on the super soft tire.
Half a second behind. He's a lot closer. He's running a little bit wide, so he's ruining his run a little bit. He's dropped it back down to 0.6, so he's got to really try and stay close through that section if he's going to have any chance of making the most of the DRS here.
So 0.6 again, still too far away for it to catch up. I mean, it'll allow him, but the problem is he has to make sure he's on top of the extra speed. Because as we saw with T-Mac, you can really mess that up and go straight off, but no, he makes it work really, really well. Brings it down to 0.3 now. Looks like Jacob at the back just overtook Ali for 6th. It's sector 1 yellow flag. It looks like Hammer might be having some issues there. Massive lock up again.
And Revo's caught up to the back of T-Mac as well.
Now, do the lapped cars in F2 Ghost as well?
Well,
Potsy, no!
Oh, no. Well, we actually have ghosting off for F2.
Oh, okay. All right. So Impulse might actually have a little bit of an
impact here.
Impact, yeah. So Potsy sets the fastest lap there. He set the fastest lap? Didn't he just get a warning for corner cutting?
He did, but maybe it was just a warning, and I think they still count that as the lap time.
Okay. Well, Potsy's now at the 0.5. Revo's now at 0.6. So Revo's going to make a move definitely through that back straight. But here's the thing. Impulse... Oh, hold on. Impulse is coming up as X.
Yeah, he's not in the session. He left the session after...
oh, okay. Right, okay.
After that incident at the start.
So Sphinx should be able to get past, no problem.
Well, he's going to have DRS off him here, so great defensive...
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So he's probably been trying to back up a little bit to time it so he can get past Impulse with DRS.
All right, so Revo will make this move for sure. He's going to go up on the outside, so T-Mac's thinking his best bet is that inside line. It's not going to work as well. Let's see, Revo just has to make the brakes. Massive lock up there on the front. I am so surprised because Revo... Oh. Potsy and Sphinx having a little battle there. Just Combine makes a move on CK80.
Impulse still in front. Oh wait, no. That's... Sorry, Sphinx. I thought That was Impulse's car out front.
Alright, so
CK and Lotus very close at the moment.
So due to that penalty, Potsy's not going to be able to take that first place. And it probably won't be able to keep Revo off his back either. Then again, at 10, is it 4 seconds?
Let's check with Potsy.
Sphinx.
Sphinx has got it very wide.
Bad exit coming out of there. Potsy decides to take the outside line. That's brave.
Well, he's going to have DRS anyway, so he's going to have a good exit. He's right behind him now.
So Potsy's fight right now is to try and keep second. Oh, Sphinx, look at that. Massive weave, but Potsy might have overcooked this corner. No, he's made that work. Wow. What a crazy... And this is what I was trying to say before. You can tell how hard Revo drives his car because he pretty much locks up on almost every corner. Like, the guy goes to the absolute limit of where the car can stop.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So we are on the penultimate lap. Potsy is in the lead. However, he does have a time penalty. So as long as Sphinx stays within 3 seconds, which shouldn't be too hard, he will take first. But the question is, can Potsy...
Revo! 3 second time penalty.
So that's just giving Potsy the breathing room he wants. So Potsy can take it a little bit easy.
I think he wants to win on track, to be honest.
Oh, I would too. Why not? A little bit of a bragging, right? But Sphinx makes the overtake. So if Potsy wants to take this on-track win, he's going to have to make the move on the back straight and hold it all the way to the end. But can he do so? Oh my God! Sphinx got a 3 second time penalty. Oh, it's even up the race.
Oh, you have to win on track.
It's even up the race. So the top 3 drivers all have 3 second penalties. Potsy looks to make a move on the inside before turn 11. He takes an inside again, lucky not to get a corner cut. Can he beat him under braking? Oh, it's close to that bollard. It's going to go off again now. Potsy's going to have DRS, so that's going to be an advantage move again. But again, we saw he cooked up the tyres on that last break on the last lap, so he's got to make sure not to do the same. So Potsy does make the overtake. That was obvious. But can he make the corner? Oh, he pulls it up well. But Sphinx does have a little bit more speed. But the question is, can he hold the defensive line? No, Potsy hits hard. So that means
the door open.
Sphinx is going to come up on the inside. This will be a fight all the way to the line. Look at the exit speed Sphinx had through there. Now the triple bend. Oh, Sphinx has to back up a little bit. As it stands, Potsy's probably got this in the bag.
It's Revo right behind them now.
Wow. Tell you what, well done, Potsy.
T-Mac's a chance to really benefit here.
Okay, so T-Mac, does he jump up?
No,
so Revo gets second. Potsy drops all the way down to third. So he must have had multiple penalties. What?
We have Nut, CK, and Lotus.
Oh, Lotus, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, the rejoin's pretty severe, but they keep clean. Oh, CK80 right up on the inside. Oh my God, Nut's going to make the move. Yeah.
CK up into 8th.
Great job there. So let me just have a quick look here at the incidents. Yes. Actually, no, I'll just wait for the end. It'll give me a summarized version. But Potsy all the way down to third.
He must have had 2.
He must have had 2, yeah, which sucks. Because, yeah, well, look at that. Mikau missed out on third place by 3 hundredths.
And he jumped T-Mac as well.
Yeah, 300ths, man. Oh, that's rough.
And that concludes F2 for USA. Wow, what a race. So Prima coming out on top. Revo coming all the way from the back, ending up on the podium, second place.
So yeah, Potts did have the 2 penalties, so he's got the 6 seconds there. That's allowed Revo to jump to second. T-Mac had what was that? 8 seconds. T-Mac had 8 seconds of penalties. Ooh. And then Ali with 13 seconds, so he had a bit of a rough race too.
So the winner of the sprint race, Sphinx, and then Revo and Potsy were the podium getters, followed by Mikhail, T-Mac, Jacob combined, CK80, Nut, Lotus, Ali, and Hammer. Impulse and Apollo both DNF'd. And you can see Potsy taking out the victory by 1 point over the weekend over Sphinx. Then Mikhail in third. Revo with 1 race into 4th place. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. That was, wow, what a great race that was.
That was good. That ended up pretty well. All right,
Yeah.
so I don't know about you, but I'm going to make my way downstairs and finish watching Drive to Survive.
All right, no worries. Well, thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. I'm going to sign off now as well. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the action, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, ring the bell, tweet, whatever. Really helps us out.
Just do everything.
Just
whatever it is.
Do it all.
Whatever.
So if you've enjoyed, it really help us out, and we'll see you on Sunday. Well, for Tier 1 and Tier 2, starting at 7:15. Kunai will be your commentator there, and then I'll take over for the Tier 2 race at 9 o'clock Melbourne time. All times are based on Melbourne time. So we'll see you Sunday. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, guys.
See ya.